When you're born in Mexico, there's no middle class there. You know what I mean? Like, you're either rich or you're dirt poor. Who's ever heard that? Who's ever seen that movie called Slumdog Millionaire? Slumdog Millionaire. There's a few. That was my life. That was my life up until like the 6th grade. I had no electricity, no running water. That was my life. Most people in my neighborhood didn't even have shoes. Like, we played soccer with no shoes. That was my life. And what if I told you that you can become a multi-millionaire in the game of real estate with no money? Because I was broke as shit when I started in real estate. I started with bandit signs. No credit. I didn't go get a loan or anything like that to flip a house, nothing like that. And no license. I still don't have a real estate license. And I'm never gonna get one now. Now, would that interest you if you can become a multi-millionaire with no credit, no license, no money? Raise your hand if you're interested in that. Become a multi-millionaire now. Yeah. Right? Oh, okay. See, now I got your attention. Okay. To be successful. I remember in Mexico telling my mother at 5 years old, hey mom, one day I'm gonna own a business and you're never gonna have to worry about money ever again. And I retired her in 2017. Who wants to retire their mother? Who wants to retire their mother? Okay, let's go. All right, okay. So I knew what I wanted and I worked my ass off to try to get there, to try to get what I wanted. And I feel like what separated me from a lot of other people is I didn't give up. See, a lot of people give up too soon. It's like 3 feet from gold. You know, you're digging, you're 3 feet from gold and you're like, man, I'm done digging, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is most of you want to be successful, right? And you're here for a reason. You want to know about real estate. Guess what? You guys need to wait. I'm not gonna curse, but you guys need to wake the fuck up because this is real. Like, this is real, guys. I became a freaking multi-millionaire being broke as shit. I was right there where you are 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Here, let's get going. I'll show you a couple of things that hopefully, God willing, it's gonna have an impact on your life, okay? Now, I got some bad news for you. I don't know how many people are here, maybe 300, 500, I don't know. But there's only 3% of you that are gonna take the information from this weekend. 3%, guys, 3%. So if you look to your left and you look to your right, there's a strong possibility that those individuals are not going to take action after this seminar. That's the #1 problem, by the way. People consume the knowledge and everybody says, oh, knowledge is power, right? No. The application of that knowledge, that's the power. That's the power. When you actually get out there and start taking some massive action. Biggest loophole in real estate on how to flip houses with little to no money, okay? Here are some small checks from, some years past. If you see, there's a check here, $87,200. Would $87,000 would that change your life right now? But what would you do with the $87,000? What would you do? What would you do with 87 grand? Put it in the stock market? Why not put it back into what got you that 87K, which is real estate, right? Where it's not so volatile. You can actually count, right? You make your money on the buy. I buy houses at 50, 60 cents on the dollar, sometimes 70 cents if they're playing hardball. I got a house right now in Berkeley, California, guys. And again, I'm in Arizona, but I got crews throughout the entire Southwest region. Berkeley, Arizona, I bought it for $690, right? One of my cold callers, it's a probate, somebody died, left the house to this gentleman. So I got it for $690, I'm gonna put $150 into it. My exit price is 1.7. I'm probably gonna clear $800 to $1 million net. One deal. One deal, guys. And guess what? My first deal, the first deal I ever got was $5,000. Like I made $5,000 in my first deal. 2,400 bandit signs, 6 months. 6 months. Raise your hand if you're willing to go out there from Friday at 11 p.m. to Saturday at 2 in the morning to put down some bandit signs. Raise your hand. For those of you that didn't raise your hand, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time because that's what it's going to take to be successful. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. I forgot to tell you that. You're going to have to sacrifice everything. You're going to have to sacrifice time with your loved ones. You're going to have to sacrifice your hobbies, your friendships, your relationships, your health, your sleep, your nutrition. Raise your hand if you still want to be successful. Oh, okay. All right. We still got some people left in the building then. All right. My story, I just told you guys, born in Mexico, raised by a single mother. My mother never made more than $8.25 an hour, became a U.S. citizen. My mom never has to worry for anything in her life again besides her health now, right? So thank God, praise to God. Escaped the rat race in corporate America, 2015. Thank you. Husband, dad, mentor. The person I am today, I definitely, maybe I was this person all the time, like, in my mind, but I definitely wasn't who I am right now. I got 27 companies across different sectors. I took all that money I made into real estate and I didn't go buy my Rolls Royce. I didn't go buy a fancy watch, right? I didn't do none of that. I didn't go blow it on some Fendi or some Gucci or some bullshit. I put the money back into the business. Delayed gratification. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep investing back into the business. And at some point, I'll begin to see the fruits of my labor. 3 years later, I bought my first Rolls-Royce Wraith. That right there, right behind me. 3 years later. Then I bought a Porsche Cayenne and all kinds of stupid, shit. But guess what? My asset, I didn't buy none of that until I bought my first commercial building, until I'd already flipped 1,000 properties. Remember that bandit sign I told you guys about? 2,400 bandit signs? Where I was trying to pay my friends. I'm like, hey, bro, I'll pay you $50 if you just drive me around. My wife had a 2008 Nissan Rogue, and we put the bandit signs behind it, like 100 bandit signs, handwritten, because I couldn't afford to even get them printed, right? And my wife she's not here right now. She's at the hotel. She's being lazy, but we'll be at the fight tonight. But check this out. 2,400 bandit signs. Hey, bro, I'll give you $50, man, if you just drive me around, because I got to get off and put these bandit signs in every single corner. And this, in Arizona, the dirt is hard as shit. And they're like, nah, man, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna go to the club. I'm gonna go to the bar. Okay. And 6 years ago, they're still there. Going to the fucking club and going to the bar and being broke as shit. You know what I mean? And I'm over here living the life of my fucking dreams. Retiring my mother, retiring my wife. My entire family works for me. Across all 27 companies, medical, solar, digital marketing, education, right? I dumped all that money. One bandit sign, made $5,000, put 2,500 of that money into a direct mail campaign. Then I made $60K. Then I put another 2,500 back into another direct mail campaign, made $30K, right? Made about $90K, $95K in about, 30, 45 days. And then I put $7,500 into what's called Google AdWords, right? I have a company called National Cash Offer, America's friendliest home buyer. I kind of slogan that just to, get people to sell me some houses. So anyway, I put $7,500 into a direct Google AdWords campaign, made $123,000 that month. That was July of 2016, and I never looked back. I don't remember the last time I made, like my CFO, it's a chief financial officer, she pays all the companies, and then she pays me. Right? And I don't remember the last time that I netted take home, after all the companies are taken care of, $100,000 minimum for me to take home in my pocket. And I don't need more than 100K to survive, guys. My bills are probably 25, 30K a month now. I remember my bills were only like $2,000 a month, you know what I mean? Who's there right now? Well, your bills are $2,000 to $4,000. You try to buy enough time. The mortgage is due on the 1st, but you push it to the 15th so that another check can hit, right? Same thing with the bills. You don't even pay the bill until it says disconnection notice, right? That used to be me right there. That used to be me. There's your bandit signs. There's your 2008 Nissan. Oh, did you guys think I was bullshitting? There's your 2008 Nissan Rogue right there. Why most people don't succeed: lack of courage, fear of failure, fear of opinion of others. All my friends, oh man, what do you think you are? You think you're better than anybody? Right? Lack of support, lack of action. I told you 97% of you are not gonna take action after this weekend. And I'm challenging you, I'm saying that to challenge you. So you actually take some fucking action after this weekend. People are depending on you. What is wholesaling? Guys, it's pretty simple. We're looking for motivated sellers that have distressed properties. You don't need no money. You don't need no credit, no license. You literally are looking for people, right? Opportunities in distressed situations. If you're a people person, raise your hand if you're a people person. Can you talk to people? Okay, then you can be a millionaire in real estate. So it's you, I'll show you where to go get all this stuff: data, marketing. You get to the motivated sellers, you negotiate, you sign the contract, open up escrow with the title agency, assign that contract to a cash buyer, right? I didn't become a cash buyer until like 5 years in the game. I didn't start fixing and flipping properties until about 5 years in the game. I was wholesaling, always wholesaling. Do you need a license? No. Credit? Nope. Money? Nope. Can anyone do this? Yes. Is wholesaling illegal? No. In Chicago, I heard you do gotta have a broker's license to do more than 2 deals, but I don't live in Chicago, so I don't give a shit. How do I find motivated sellers? I'll show you. How do I know if it's a deal? I'll show you. How do I find a mentor? There's people everywhere. There's a bunch of people up here on stage. Real quick, marketing guys, listen, paid marketing, free marketing. I was operating in the free marketing with some bandit signs, which literally would cost me about 30 cents to print. My wife would handwrite them. My entire family and my wife would handwrite them. On Wednesdays, I would go out on Fridays at 11 p.m. and post 100 bandit signs a weekend, every single weekend, until I got my first deal. And that's what happens. If you don't give up, guess what? Success is inevitable. If you just don't give up, success is inevitable. Did you guys write this down? For those of you that are interested in becoming a multimillionaire in real estate, for those of you that are not writing this shit down, that's totally cool too. Bandit signs, look, there's my daughter right there. There's my handwritten bandit signs. There's my daughter. Oh, we got creative, by the way. We started putting like different colors to attract traffic, you know what I mean? We got creative. But if you want to print your bandit signs, you can go there. You can go to dirtcheapsigns.com, print your bandit signs. And those are a little more expensive, $1.50 to $3. My bandit signs were like 30 cents because it was a blank canvas. This is some of the marketing that I do now: pay-per-click, SEO, search engine optimization, social media ads, Facebook, etc. Right? Most people cannot afford digital marketing in the beginning. I know I couldn't. It took me 2 years to get there. But if you do have the money, that's your quickest way to get your first deal. I'll tell you what, if you learn how to negotiate with sellers and you spend $5,000, I don't give a shit what city you're in. I don't give a shit what city you're in. You spend $5,000, you're gonna get one deal. And that one deal is probably gonna make you $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. So is it worth it for you to spend $5,000? Right? But again, you gotta have the background, the infrastructure ready to go. You gotta know what you're doing. Direct mail, I do a lot of this now. I do the Google postcard right there. People call me all pissed off. They're like, did you take a picture of my house? I'm like, no, clearly I did not. It's Google, right? I swear we get those hate calls all the time. Driving for dollars, for those of you guys, like I said, there's so many different ways to get a property. Bandit signs is one. Driving for dollars, you literally drive around for a few hours a day looking for distressed properties. They're like, oh, damn, look at that property, that busted windows. Let me skip trace that property, get the phone numbers, call that owner and see if I can buy that house. And you're like, well, I don't got no money, Carlos. How am I gonna buy the house? I told you don't need no money. You just gotta put them under contract, find another person that has the money to close on that house. And you get an assignment fee or a finder's fee. And you get to charge $10, $15, $20, $50,000, whatever you gotta charge, because you found the property. There's a application I use, or we use for driving for dollars, Deal Machine. You type in the code FREEDOM, you get a $4 credit. So now it's not costing you anything. So there's no excuses. Contract with cash buyers, just a quick example, guys. Let's just say you put a property for 120K and you say, Sorry, you put the last property we said it was 100,000 with the seller. Then you found the cash buyer, and you sell it to them for 120. You're not like, you literally take a piece of paper called an assignment contract, and you say, here, Mr. Cash Buyer, Mr. Fix and Flipper, I got this house for 100. I'm selling it to you for 120. What are you making? 20 racks. What can you buy with 20 racks? You can't buy this watch, but I'll tell you what. You can invest it back into your business, which you should. Assignment, double close. Again, guys, assignments is literally like I told you. You literally take a piece of paper, you assign it to the cash buyer. Double close, it's gonna cost you about 2K. We normally double close on a property if we're making more than $50,000 because we don't want the seller to be like, man, you're making all kinds of money and you're not even buying my house. So we don't want no problem, so we just do a double close. Overview of transaction, you sign the contract with the seller, the motivated seller, the homeowner. Okay, you open escrow through the title company, right? You sell the deal to a cash buyer. I showed you where to get that. You close the deal, you get paid, right? Here are some assignments, like I said from earlier. So closing day process, getting paid, check in with the buyer, seller, make sure everything's good. You'll probably do an assignment more than likely. Guys, for the first 2 to 3 years, I used to get checks. I used to love the feeling of just seeing a physical check made out to my company for all kinds of money. You know what I mean? I used to just like that. Now I get wires, but I used to like seeing checks like my first 2 to 3 years. My gift to you today, please, no charge. Best REI book. I wrote a book 8 months ago because guess what? There was a book for $10 back in the day that got me just fired up. It got me fired up. So I said, one day I'm gonna write a book. One day I'm gonna write a book so I can get other people fired up and get them into this game. If you go to bestreibook.com right now, you can download the book for free straight into your phone. It's only 120, 150 pages. For those of you that read it, you're probably gonna be part of that 3%. For those of you that don't even bother to, nothing's gonna happen after the seminar, guys. Raise your hand if you're at least gonna download the book. Thank you. Just download the book. Download the book. You never know. You might need it one day. When you're actually ready to succeed, you're like, what? I'm gonna read that book that one guy said.